Hi, I'm very pleased to be able to welcome Dave Hoyle into the studio. Hi, Dave.
Hi, Pete.
Hi. Now, Dave's celebrating a long time in music, playing music for Wakefield. How long, Dave?
Well, it's actually over 50 years now. The story really started on a bus going to Leeds one Saturday afternoon with some school friends. A week before then, one of the guys from school had said to me, you know a bit about music, don't you, Dave? And I said, I could play a bit of piano and I could play a few chords on a guitar. And he said, oh, great, do you want to join our band as bass player? So I thought, yeah, why not? Yeah, I'll be a bass player. So this Saturday afternoon, we set off to Leeds, and I had £20 in my pocket, which was a lot of money in 1972. And I bought myself a brand new Jedson short-scale bass guitar. It was a horrible thing. But I was very pleased with myself getting back on the bus, going back to Ossett. And then they dropped a bombshell and they said, oh, by the way, Dave, we've got a gig tonight and you're playing. So the bass guitar came out on the bus on the way home and they started showing me how to play bass guitar. And by the time we got back to Ossett, I could play Sunshine of Your Love by Cream. By the time the gig came round, I could play Honky Tonk Woman by the Rolling Stones. The advantage there was the bass guitar only plays in the chorus, so there was only half a song to learn. And I could more or less play the root notes of the 12-bar blues. And just that got me through the gig.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you can play a 12-bar blues, I mean...
That's it. Yeah,
I was going to say back in those days, but back today.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's all I'm doing these days, actually. Yes. Yeah. So that band was called Little Wing.
Yeah. And do you have any recordings of Little Wing then?
We do. Yes. We've got a track here called Johnny and the Company.
Right.
By Little Wing. It recorded it. In Bill Clark's studio in Heckman Dwight Box Studios, which was really quite a famous studio of the day.
Yeah.
But this was recorded perhaps 1973.
So we've got a 50-year-old song coming
Indeed, yes.
That is fantastic. So this is what rock sounded like 50 years ago.
Johnny and his following takes time off from the wreck of the department store. By the door, and watch all the people turn away. Oh, the man who just got in the way, walking down the motorway, talk to no one and nobody hears about the year when everybody talked about the boys that Johnny knew. Set silence on the stage that no one knew. Feeling blue for the man who just got in the way. And the boys that Johnny knew, what could he do?
Dave, that was 1973. What happened next?
Well, Little Wing actually went through quite a few personnel changes over the 3 years or so that we were together.
Yeah.
at that age, people left to go to university, and new people came into the band, and the song that we played there was the kind of final version of the band.
Yeah.
But I don't remember how the band split up, but it did. I think maybe the keyboard player went off to do something else, but it did split up, and I found myself a bit of a loose end. And then I saw an advert in the Wakefield Express, a band wanting a bass guitarist, so I thought I'd give them a call, and found myself talking to a nice young chap called Ian Nelson, and very surprised to discover that Ian was Bill Nelson's brother, who by that time I was very, very much into. And so I went to an audition with this band with Ian Nelson and a couple of other local Wakefield people. Martin Foy particularly was the drummer, and I played this audition. And as part of the audition, they gave me a kind of hellishly riffy song to learn instantly and play, and I could not get this together. But my audition came to an end, and I said to them, "Do you mind if I just hang around and listen to the next guy coming up to hear what he does with it?" You know, and whilst his audition was going on, I was frantically trying to get this riff under my fingers. And when his audition had finished, I said, "Do you mind if I just come back and play that song again? Because I think I've got it now." And I played it, and I got the job. So yes, I played with this band. We were originally called Ever Ready in the Short Circuit, and then we became Magazine, and then all of a sudden we found adverts for a band called Magazine having a single out, so that had to change. So we then became known as the Actors.
Okay.
And
so what sort of material were you playing? Were you playing covers or?
No, it was essentially original material, which I really enjoyed. And I wasn't one of the songwriters of the band, but the songwriter of the band, a guy called John Atkinson, he was really kind of into things like Velvet Underground and that kind of sound.
So, and we've got a track, an original track from the Actors or Magazine,
yes.
or whatever you were calling yourself. Yep. Okay. What is this?
It's called Let's Do It in Video.
Okay, so Let's Do It in Video by Magazine, the Actors,
Actors,
or Ever Ready in the Short Circuits. I like that.
A friend of mine said he was getting old. Said he just had his fortune told. Heard himself singing on the radio. Rather seen himself in video. Rather seen himself in video. Said all his friends were just part of the scene. All kind of funny if you know what I mean. Told you get fired if you kept feeling like that. You know it won't be good in video. Won't look good in video.
Okay, that was Let's Do It in Video from 1977. And the bass player on there was Dave Hoyle, who is with me now and continuing the story of his long life in music in Wakefield. Okay, Dave, 1977. What happened after 1977?
Well, the Actors continued a little while after those tracks were recorded, but eventually Ian decided that he wanted to work with his brother Bill Nelson.
Yep.
On the Red Noise project, which was such a great opportunity for him. So Ian left the band at that point, and the songwriter of the band also decided that that was a good time for him to actually pack in playing in bands at all. So the band stopped at that point. I mean, I remained friends with Ian for the rest of Ian's life. But it was kind of like a sad demise because I really enjoyed the Actors and the music that they played and the originality of it as well, you know. So after the Actors, I basically kind of spent a long time very much in my own shell. I mean, I continued playing. I played pick-up gigs occasionally for this band and that band, nothing of any significance. But in the early 90s, I was invited to an audition with a band called The Roosters, or they eventually became The Roosters. And I found this really good Dr. Feelgood type R&B band, which I discovered I really enjoyed playing. It was mostly covers that we played, but it was all done with the Roosters' attitude. Yeah. And the band is continuing now. Some 30-odd years later, the band is still playing gigs. I've got 2 gigs with them this weekend. In
fact, we played 1 or 2 Roosters tracks on the programme in the past, I think.
Yes, brilliant. And I think we have one coming up now.
Yeah, so what have we got then?
This is the title track, actually, of our first CD, which was recorded live at Henry Boone's in Wakefield, and it's called No Damn Good. Right,
so No Damn Good, and this is the Roosters from 1993, I think. 1993, so a mere 30 years ago.
Indeed, yes.
Next no time. Well, I'd like to say thank you, Dave, because we're going to play out with this Roosters track. Thanks very much for coming into the studio, and we look forward to hearing the rest of your...
It's been an absolute pleasure, and I'll look forward to it too.
Okay, thanks, Dave. This is the Roosters.
I'm not too proud.
fun without